What I did that I found really useful with my sixth graders was to think of a timeline of all of the important events that happened in our story. Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of ELT with Sarvi. Yes, from now on we're going to call ourselves ELT with Sarvi, English Language Teaching with Sarvi, because I thought, this would make more sense. We mostly talk about teaching English, but not learning English. My videos, as you can see, are not about learning general English. So that's why I thought we needed a little bit of change. And there we go. If you also work with different readers, novels and stories in your English class, and you want to know a project or a craft or activities that can help you practice the characters, what the students remember from the story and everything, then this video is going to be good for you. Keep watching. So far, we have studied 26 pages of the book Wonder with my sixth graders. In our school, we've got two forms of English lessons. One of them mostly focuses on learning vocabulary items, grammar, listening, reading, speaking, all the skills together. They've got the Impact book series, if I'm not mistaken. And then in my kind of lesson, we call it the IS class. Mostly reading skills are practiced through readers and novels. My lessons, we do projects after reading one chapter of the book, or we start having a discussion about a certain topic of the book, and it gives us a lot of great opportunities to practice using the language. It's more real life-like experience for students. One activity which has made working with the story, especially a new story, when you are reading the beginning, the first pages of the story, easier for me, is drawing a timeline of the most important events in that chapter, in that special chapter of the story. Or if you have finished the book, you can work with the whole book, a longer timeline maybe. Now, in this video, I'm going to tell you how you can work with the timeline and different storybooks. The most important thing when you have a project with your students is to have your own sample. In my case, I usually put my own sample on the wall and then I tell them to look at it and get ideas from it. Even with weaker classes, I tell them to copy some parts of it. They need to get one background from me, one cardboard paper. You can pick different colors so that it's more beautiful on the wall. Then they need to have a headline. Definitely they need to have a place to write the names of the members of the team. If you're working on certain pages of the book, then again they need to mention which pages they're working on. If they're working on a special characters, they need to have a place to mention the names of the characters. Even the names of the characters can be in different parts of the timeline. For me, in my project today, the timeline didn't really look like a timeline, okay? For me, it was like pieces of paper that they need to think and they needed to order them. Because from experience, I had learned that this special class of mine needs some help finding the key features of each chapter or each 2-3 pages of the book when they were reading it. So that's why I gave those keywords to them. If you don't give the keywords to them, then you will end up with one project having maybe just 2 important things happening in these 20 pages, and then another project has got 20 important things happening in these 20 pages. So they cannot really have a balance. If you want to keep the balance, then give them the key features, give them the headlines, the titles, and ask them to open up. Remember to have markers with you because they're going to start nagging, we don't have markers. Have some extra scissors with you because they're going to start nagging. We don't have scissors. Yeah, there are lots of cases of nagging, so try to be prepared. One more thing which is very important in doing different projects, and I always used to neglect it, but when I started doing it, I really saw changes, was to have the rubrics. No, wait, it's not gonna be that hard. Something like, do you have your title? Did you use different colors? Did you order the headlines that Sarvi teacher had given you when you first got them? Did you write your names? Did you clean your table when you finished your project? So I usually write all of these sentences on a piece of paper and I give it to them. These are the things that you need to have done by the end of the project. And I also ask them to tick all of those things when they are done. I still have to clean some tables at the end of the lesson because I don't want our cleaning lady to have to do it, but it works with many different lessons. At the end, when they're finished and when you want to attach them, I don't know, to the walls of your corridor or anywhere at school, even in their own classrooms, don't forget to leave a comment, give them some form of feedback. I usually give them feedbacks that are related to the language and sometimes just related to the concept and the story itself. Sometimes it can be like the third person singular S that one of them has missed. Another time it could be about this character that they thought was actually the principal of a school, but actually it's the math teacher. So I'm going to just write it for them so that next time when I'm reading the story, they will be like, ah, yeah, this is the math teacher that Sarvi was talking about. There are many different things that we can do with readers, novels, and storybooks that in my next episodes, I'm going to be talking about them. So if you still haven't subscribed to my YouTube channel, go ahead and do it right now. Don't forget to like my videos and share them with your friends. I love you and bye-bye.